I bought a bike. Now, why would I buy a bike? Before we even get to that, let me give you a quick 30-second update of what's been going on. Right now, I'm taking a 6-month trip through Israel and Europe. So I started with a month in Israel, then I went to Italy and spent a few weeks there, and then I went to Berlin for a week, and now I'm in the south of France in Cassis. So, from here, my plan is to head east and then go up through the Alps. I'll tell more about that later. I got this new bike here. I ordered this when I was in Berlin. I ordered it to this hostel. My plan right now is to build this baby and hopefully get to ride it around. Hopefully I can ride it off the lot. So, why would I want to buy a bike? I've been riding around trains so far in Europe, and it just felt like every time I was taking a train somewhere, it might be overnight or it might be 12 hours, and I would just pass through all these amazing places that I was not getting to see. And I was also paying 100 euros or so to take that 12-hour train ride. What's in between on that train might be the stuff that I want to see the most. So the best way for me to transport myself through those places and see many of them is on a bike. Now, cycling is much more popular in Europe. Drivers kind of understand what to do. I won't be driving on highways necessarily, but there might be some main roads that I'm riding on. So I didn't have too much time to do research on the bike that I wanted to get, but I did enough to know that I got a okay bike. It's like a good beginner bike for bikepacking is what this kind of thing is called. And so this is a gravel bike, and gravel bikes can go on roads just fine. They can go on gravel, and they can go on some like rocky surfaces, but they cannot do mountain biking. Mountain biking is pretty much the only thing that it cannot do. While there's a ton of mountain bike trails that I would love to do, I'm just going to be going on mainly roads and some gravel paths, and I'm okay with that. I'm going to be carrying a lot of weight. I'm going to be carrying everything behind me in the bike. Once I get it all put together, you'll see what I mean. So I hit my first snag here. I forgot to buy a pressure gauge to test the amount of pressure that I am pumping into the tires, and I guess I thought the tire pump might have that, but didn't come with it, so I will just have to kind of guess the pressure for now and then go and try and find a biker who has one, and then I will go buy a pressure gauge. Today I leave to start my bikepacking journey. I am going over this mountain right here. From there I will go about another 30 or 40 kilometers today. I hope to get past the city of Toulon. We'll just see how far we get. I haven't even planned a campsite for tonight. My goal is to fail fast right now. I don't know a lot of stuff about bikepacking or biking. My other goal is to not get stranded in the middle of nowhere with the bike, but plenty of people are around, so I will fail fast. I will learn a lot of lessons in the beginning here before I get to the Alps. So over the next 3 to 5 days, I will bike to Monaco and to just the border with Italy. Then I will go north from there along I believe it's the Tour de France, up through the French Alps. Let's go. Just about 1 hour ago, I was standing on that beach down there looking up at this cliff. That was a crazy climb. It's about 1,000 feet. I think I have a couple more 100 feet to go up. And the total distance to get up here was about 2 or 3 miles and was a 1,000 foot elevation gain. I had to walk a lot of it. I pushed the bike for a lot of it. I am very excited to go downhill now. I don't think I'm going downhill quite yet, but lots of cars have been passing me. I'm excited to be going the same speed that they're going. It's very nice to earn these amazing views. These views are views of a lifetime. Here you can see out to the sea. The views just keep getting better and better as I go up. I think now I am nearing the top, although there's definitely another good mountain to climb. I can see here the first and the second calanques. That is where the water has cut into the mountainside, and it creates these amazing cliffside beaches where everybody hangs out. Behold the village of La Ciotat. This is where I'll be having a snack and refueling up on some water. And you can hear the wind and the squeaking of my brakes right now because I am holding them all the way down so I don't fly down this hill. This is what my break spots have been like. I get to park right on the beach, walk out, and enjoy the amazing Mediterranean here. Perfect weather, it's about 75. This does not come without the cost of a hurt back and neck and many hours of cycling. It's kind of hard for me to get into markets and stuff because I have my backpack and all these bags on my bike, and it's hard to, I can't lock it all up. So I almost have to go into markets that are open right on the street, which exist, and usually they sell fruit and good stuff there. But sometimes you don't see them for 10, 15 miles. What a day. This is my first day of bike packing complete, and I'm still not used to saying bike packing clearly, but made it to a campground here. It was 15 euros for the tent and the electric and the showers and everything. Went to a beach nearby. It was amazing. Now I'm just gonna cook some dinner and go to bed early. The sun's not setting right now until 9:30 p.m. It sets around 9, but it's really not dark till 9:45. Let's see. Thoughts on today. It was quite hard. The mountains were very hard. I walked up almost all of that first mountain, and then the second mountain, it was about 700 feet high. I also walked up that one. When I'm backpacking, usually I never drip sweat. Today, I was dripping drops with every single step. But then on the flats and the downhills, it made it all worth it. And the views, the views of the Mediterranean made it so worth it. For the next couple days, I'm gonna be hanging along the French Riviera here, exploring. Got recommendations from a couple different people. I can't say the names of any of them, so I'm not even gonna try. It is day 3 and I am all set up to go here. I took only a 10-mile day yesterday because I had to stop and do some work, do some rendering work. And so here's the bike. You can tell it's still pretty packed with stuff. I've really developed my plan a lot more for this trip yesterday, and also I decided that I'm going to send a lot of this stuff back home, hopefully when I'm in Menton, which is right near Monaco and Italy. So I'll UPS a bunch of my backpacking gear home that I'm not going to use, and it will significantly lighten the load for going over the Alps. I am going to remove the entire backpack, hopefully, worth of stuff. There's not too much in there, but just that backpack alone creates a lot of drag. And if I can just reduce it to those 2 side bags, it will be significantly lighter. Today, I will be biking about 40 to 60 miles. We'll see how far I can really get. I want to go until the next mountain range, but for the last 15 miles or so, I will be biking along the Mediterranean, and I think there's a lot of campgrounds there, so it shouldn't be too hard to find a spot. Made it to my first break spot of the day. Just rode for about an hour and a half, and now I'm gonna sit down and have a break, drink some water, and have some breakfast. It's quite windy. Taking my final break right now before going to do a big climb. It's not nearly as high as the first day. The first day was about 1,200 feet. Today, the height of the climb is about 350 feet. It's still gonna be hard because it is about to be the heat of the day out here. I'm about to say goodbye to the water until this evening, or at least for the next few hours. I don't even know the name of the city I'm in, but I'm going to Saint-Tropez, and I'm not even actually going into Saint-Tropez. So many people recommended it, but when I looked it up, it looked like a bunch of yachts and expensive beaches. Not that the beaches are free, everything on the beach is expensive. So I'm gonna choose to pass that up and just try to cover miles right now. After looking at my schedule last night, I have a very ambitious few weeks ahead of me.
I'm just gonna try to cover as many miles today as possible.
I worked really hard today. I did 90 kilometers, which is about 60 miles, probably actually about 95 kilometers. So tonight I am gonna eat 2 dinners, whether I'm hungry or not, and that is gonna both get me the calories that I burned and also rehydrate me some. I'll probably end up drinking another liter's worth of soup tonight. So the first thing I'm gonna make is a Thai soup, and I bought some coconut milk and some veggies to add, and I'm gonna put in some sardines. And then the second meal I'm gonna make is some ramen with some sausage and also some vegetables, and I'm also gonna put the coconut milk in that.
Okay, day 2 begins. Day 3, who knows anymore. I am headed to Menton, which is just between Monaco and Italy, and today I got an Airbnb. I'm gonna charge up all my batteries before heading into the Alps. Tomorrow morning I'm gonna go to the UPS and send everything that I need to send. And yeah, I'm just really loving the sea. Today is my last day with the Mediterranean here, so I am gonna soak it all in, appreciate it as much as possible, because tomorrow the real climbs start. Crazy 360-degree vistas here. Oh my goodness. Okay, you'll have to bear with me through this construction noise in the background. Just did about 3 kilometers of my first gravel single track, I guess it's called, and it was very difficult. The uphill was insane. I had to walk about half of it and push the bike and pull the bike up, and then the downhill was actually really hard too, because there's very little traction. So I went down super slow. Right now I'm headed to Nice, and I'm gonna go to the Decathlon in Nice to buy some gloves. I lost my gloves a couple days ago. And then from there, we are going to Monaco. I was just looking at the map and I found out that Monaco is on a mountain. So it's about 1,500 feet above sea level. That's gonna be quite a climb at the end of the day. But from there, I'll just coast into Menton, finish the day. Right now I'm 20 kilometers in and just finished lunch, enjoying this amazing view. Well, I guess I found where all the people are at. This is a casino on the water here. And I think I'm gonna have to get off my bike, there's so many people. I'm in Cannes. This is the film festival. And if I wasn't sure it was Cannes before, I am now. We have a Brad Pitt advertisement in the background. and then a bunch of super yachts. If it's like this now, I can't imagine what Monaco is going to be like later today. Some guy on the boardwalk was giving away these San Pellegrinos. As I drove by, he handed it off to me. Exactly what I needed right now. I have been climbing for the last hour and 15 minutes or so, maybe hour and a half, mostly carrying the bike up. And here behind me, you can see Nice, and in the distance, you can also see Cannes. But right now I'm above the clouds, so you can't really see too much. I'm gonna walk out of the wind. And this is what I've been climbing up. At this point, the angle of ascent is actually decreasing. I could probably ride this, but I'm just so tired. I'm pushing the bike. The peak that I am heading to is 1,500 feet of elevation above the sea level. Now, if that's hard to comprehend, that's about 150 stories. Think of a 150-story building. That's what I just climbed, or that I will be peaking at very soon, hopefully. That might seem like a lot. It seems like a lot to me right now, but tomorrow and for the next week, when I'm biking the Alps, I will be doing about 1,500 meters a day, or 3 times 4,500 feet a day, at least, and going down it. And so when I get to the top of this, I have a ride for about 20 kilometers down to Menton. So maybe 14 miles. And it's gonna be the most beautiful ride, and I will have earned all of this sweat. And I am gonna buy a nice big water. Made it to the top. Time to go down. This is where the payoff happens. No pedaling, all the views. Get to get carried back to my Airbnb now. 5 kilometers up, 20 kilometers down.